Aaron Antonovsky, who is the father of salutogenesis, he has given a very beautiful schemata. And his schemata says that all of us are going to have stress. And I completely agree with him. You cannot be alive if you don't have stress. And if you're alive and you don't have stress, you're not alive. As simple as that. So stress is ubiquitous. One of those rare words I've used, which means not so rare. Stress is ubiquitous. It is everywhere. Everybody has to face it. So the stress sets up a tension. So what Antonovsky has suggested is that there is a tension set up in the biological organism, in this case, the human being. And based on how we deal with that tension, either you go on a salutogenic pathway, which means you become a better version of yourself, or a pathogenic pathway, which is breakdown, disability, and death. So the illness and wellness. The wellness pathway, if salutogenic side, illness pathway, breakdown, mortality, illness. So what is it that makes the difference? And he says it is a sense of coherence. We are in this river of life, as Antonovsky calls it, and I would say the Dharma Marga. You have your resources in a backpack. That is your resistance resources. They are called generalized resistance resources, GRR. And so whenever you have that tension due to the stress, you just take your backpack, take that resource out, and it helps you deal with that tension. You dissipate the tension, and salutogenesis continues. Now, along that river of life or your Dharma Marga, you will find some specific resistance resources here and there. Like you find seashells on the seashore. Seashells on the seashore. Yeah, I'm trying to get that right. You find seashells on the seashore. Like that, you find these specific resistance resources that you can use at that time. You remember that stress has created a tension, dissipated, but those are just usually thrown back on the way. You just use and throw. You normally do not put them in your backpack, but you may. These resources and the sense of coherence, which means knowing how to use your resources, enables you to move on the wellness pathway. And if not, if you don't have the resource, or if you don't know how to use it because you don't have SOC, you go down the pathogenic pathway. So I am presenting Yantra to all of you as one of the GRR, one of the generalized resistance resources, that as you walk this Dharma Marga, or you run it, or you skip through it, or tumble through it, or ride a horse and gallop through it, or become Superman and Superwoman and fly through it, whatever you choose to do, that Yantra becomes your GRR, and the study of Yantra enhances your SOC so that you start to manifest the wellness that you deserve. Every one of us deserves wellness. It is our birthright. As Swamiji would say, health and happiness are your birthright. Reclaim them through yoga. Kaivalya is the goal, nothing less. Nothing less, nothing less. Health and happiness are our birthright. So what I'm presenting here is that when I talk about challenges, and we were talking about the challenges of the head and the nervous system with the one dharma, each of the dharmas, with the two, we saw that it is the water aspects. You're going to have those challenges because you cannot say, I want to be human but not have challenges. Then be born a rock. maybe on the moon, because not too many people get there. And then we don't know if it was a photo shoot or not.